If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hi, all. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, we'll start now. I'm sharing my screen. You can see and confirm if you are able to see my screen or not. Okay. Yesterday we have completed up to attributes, right? Today we need to maintain relationships. What is relationships here? Let me show you in first system, then I will explain to you. Okay. Now you can see. Yesterday we have completed up to attributes, right? Today we'll start with relationships. Okay, here you can see how to maintain relationship. I will tell you. I think in this system I already maintained few of the relationships. Here you can see this is our customized data model which we created, and we'll check first entity types. How many entity types we have created here? We have created 4 entity types, Mara, Marcy and Mardi, and additional one is we have created additional key attribute. Okay, and here you can check the attributes also, in which object, in which entity we have added the attributes as well. Okay, and yesterday we saw that there is a few errors then saying that we need to maintain a relationships. We'll see now what it is relationships. Go back one step here, select your data model, click on relationships. Here you can see I have maintained few relationships already. In relation types, you need to understand first relation types, then you are able to easily maintain these relations. Okay, here you can see we have 3 types of relation types are available. One is qualifying, referencing and leading. Okay, I will see now what is qualifying and what is referencing and what is leading. Okay. If anyone worked any customizing objects in your area, either you are a functional consultant or technical consultant, anyone worked for functional specifications? Okay, how we are going to maintain the technical logic in your functional specification? The same way, here also we are going to maintain our relationship logic for this entity type. Here you can see how relationships we have 3 types of relationships. Okay, one is leading, another one is qualifying. Let me give you some space here. Qualifying, and third one is referencing. Okay, before going to entities, how we are going to maintain this type of entities here? Let me, where is this table here? Data model. You can see we have three types of relationships. Yesterday we discussed about entity type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. How we are going to maintain in SAP system. We discussed this one. Okay, today we'll see using these entity types. Okay, here we have a root entities. Using these root entities, how we are going to maintain a relationship here. First relationship, there is a standard logic here. Root entity, root entity, and dependent entity. Okay, for this root entity and dependent entity, for leading relation, we'll see here. What is root entity here? What is the root entity here? Mara is the root entity. And what is the dependent entity here? Marcy is the dependent entity. Okay, here let me write here. Root entity is Mara and dependent entity is Marcy. Dependent entity is Marcy. And also we have maintained one more relationship here. Another one is Mart. Okay, Mara is root entity and Mart also dependent entity. Okay, take a note that one also here. Mart, M-A-R-T. M-A-R-T, Mart. And to qualifying, here it is additional key field and entity, either entity type 1 or either type 4. Why we are using additional type 1 or type 4? Here you can see type 4 also dependent entity. It is dependent for how dependent it is. Mari is root and entity Marcy and Mardi is dependent entities here. And here you can see what is type entity, type 1 entity. It is a root entity. Is this additional key field? Additional key field and entity type 4 and type 1. Entity 4 and 1. Here we'll see first one, what is the additional key field here. Here you can see in the Marcy we have a, what is the additional key field here? Plant is our plant is additional key field here. Plant. Copy this. Additional key field is plant, and we'll see in type 4 and type 1. And we'll see this type 4 additional key field where it is entity 4 Marcy and also it is type 4. Okay, and marked entity. It is there in 2 entities. Okay, here we are going to maintain marked, and also we are going to insert one more line RS, and it is there in Marcy. Okay, and last one here you can see referencing. Referencing means referencing and just it. Referencing, I forgot it that. Here you can see the key of referenced entity type become an attribute referencing entity type. Here the key of referenced entity becomes an attribute of the referencing entity. Here we used a referencing entity as plant. Here we used a referencing entity as plant. Let me copy this one. Okay, here you can see the key copy of referenced entity becomes an attribute reference entity. Here key reference entity we used as a plant. Plant is equal to Vicaris, and entity attributes referencing, and in which attribute it is referencing. Here we'll see it is referencing under Marcy. Once we maintain relationship here, again you no need to maintain. Okay, it will be system. Once you maintain any one type of relationship, remaining entities, system by default automatically it will understand and clear the errors. Okay, here you can see Marcy. Okay, now how we are going to maintain these relationships in SAP system, here we'll see. Is anyone have any questions here?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes.
For the leading is fine, but comes into the qualifying relationship. Okay.
Okay.
You are mentioning that addition of key fields, right?
Yes.
What it means? What type of entity it is? It is type 2 or type 3 or type 4?
It's type additional qualifying relationship. We are going to use entity type 1 or type 4 only.
But I didn't see any type 1 relationship between the works, right? There is no works as a key field in the type 1 entity.
In type 4 it is there, right? That the reason I have not mentioned it is type 1 entity. It is type 4. Just this logic I'm giving you. Don't look at this. Okay. Just I'm giving you for your understanding. It is a logic how we are going to maintain a relationships. In type 4 we don't have any. In type 1 we don't have any additional key fields here. We have only additional key fields in type 1, type 4. Sorry, I'm getting it. In type 1 here you can see in entity type 1, do we have any additional key field? No, right?
No,
In type
only
four,
one,
we
one,
have a additional
only one key field. But why you mentioned the qualifying relationship is related to both type 4 and type 1? That's what I'm
That
asking.
is a logic. Okay, that is a standard logic we follow when you are going to. In sometimes, what it will happen? In some time, additional key fields was there in type 1 also. Now we have taken this material ledger, material tables. When you work in any other modules, okay, like BP or finance table, in the finance table you can see somewhere you find the additional key fields in entity type 1 also. Okay, from there how you are going to maintain a relationship. That's the reason I told you it is a standard logic. Don't don't look at here why I consider here for type entity type
Okay,
4 and type 1.
I'm good with that one, but just I'm trying to understand what it is the source entity type. See, for the left side, you are mentioning the qualifying relationship is relevant to both the type 4 and type 1. But
Yes.
what is the source? What is the source entity type? It may be the type 2 or type 3. So the works, the entity you mentioned
Type
the works,
4
right?
only. Here I use type 4 only.
No, left side. I'm asking about what is the entity type? What type of entity type it is? It is a type 1 or type 2 or type 3 or type 4. Can you?
It's also type 4. In additional key fields, we are going to maintain in type 4 entity. Here
No,
you can
can
see
you go? Can you go back to your SAP screen and show me what type of entity it is works?
Okay. Here you can see
The first one, right? You are creating that works. You created the one more entity works, right?
1 minute. Here you can see it is I selected here changeable entity. It means type 2 entity.
Type 2 entity. Okay.
You clear now?
Yeah. So the qualifying relationship relevant between the type 2 to type 4 and type 1, right?
Exactly. Did you just remember whenever you are going to create, right? In functional specifications, when we are working from one table to one table, how we are fetching the data. Okay, take example. It is T005 or T001 table. Okay, in T005, these two are those standard tables. It is for bank master data and it is for company code data. How it is working, how those tables are working. Those SAP standard, SAP provided standard tables. Just a minute, I'll be back.
So that is for the reusability, but in my case, I don't want to go to with that one more additional entity type. Instead of that, I can add the key field directly, right? In the type 4 entity.
Yeah, you are telling me something.
So the SAP provided those T tables for the reusability. Why? Because we can use more than one database table. That's what they come up with, that reusability concept.
Exactly.
But in my custom data model, the works as the key field in only one of the entity types. In that case, I can directly go and add that key field in the required entity instead of creating one more type 2 entity. Does
exactly. In this, while creating the data model, you have to follow the same logic here also. Here in the relationships, we have three types of relationships. That is SAP provided standard relationships only we are going to follow. We don't have any additional option to create or customize the system. In MDG, you can remember one thing. MDG is a already a pre-configured system. Okay, 90% SAP configured MDG system. Now, in 10% only, you are going to work on this MDG system. Why this 10% also? Okay, if your business is required something, every time business is not sufficient for SAP standard functionalities. Okay, here in this 10%, you are going to work with your business clients as per their requirement. Once when we are creating the change request or business press rules, you will understand more.
No, that is agree with the standard out of the box data models. Whereas comes into the custom data model, in that case everything customization, right? 100% customization.
Yeah, we copy from standard tables and we'll customize it as per our requirement. That one also I'll show you. Don't worry how we are going to do that. Okay, here it's clear right now. This is clear, right? We'll go on.
So in referencing, right?
Yeah.
There should be also MARD, right? Because works is also there in MARD.
Once we maintain any relationships, okay, again we don't need to maintain additional relationship. Here,
but you have maintained MARC there then in referencing.
Here we have a cardinality. I think 1 minute, there is a word.
Cardinality.
Yeah, cardinality. But cardinality here we are going to maintain a percentages. There will be some standard ratios we need to define here. Yeah, cardinality. In this cardinality, for leading relation, we are going to maintain 1:n, and qualifying we are going to maintain in 1:n. In relation, in referencing, we are going to maintain 0:n. This type of relationships we are going to maintain. Okay, coming to this referencing. Referencing, you were asking here also we have maintained again why we are maintaining here. Okay, this is for type 4 entity. For type 4 entity, we are adding the additional key attributes here. Okay, if the data already there in the existing relationship, again we have maintained one more entity type here. Here you can see in entity types, when you are going to maintain, here you can see in this Marty table, in this Marcy we have already seen this plant. Okay, again the entry was we maintained here. Then system, it will get a confusion. To avoid system confusions, we are going to maintain a relationship there. Okay. We'll see now how to maintain these relationships.
Hi, what is 0:10? What is the meaning of 0:10 cardinality?
0:n. That is a ratio. I don't know what it is. That standard ratios we need to follow.
No. What is the meaning of 0:10?
I don't know, boss. What is this is the ratio 0:n and 1:n.
Okay.
Those are standards.
Okay.
Yes, Samarth, I think it is this cardinality what Manish is asking. This 1:n means in the Mara table we do have one material. So one material can have the different occurrences in the mark table. So one material can have different plants. So that same material can be extended to different plants. So it is 1:n. So this 0 to n, it is means 1 to n, n to n, and in this MARD table reference that you had taken, it is for a storage location. So one material can have the multiple storage location. That is why it is 1 to n. This 0 to n, the referencing one, because 0 to n means nothing is present in something and there is some presence in the another table. Okay, so that is confusing. This 0 to n. This is a cardinality 1 to n, 1 to 1, like that.
Yeah.
And also, what is the why they have the three different relationships here?
Those are standard relationships.
Oh, no, there could be reason, right?
Okay, I'll give you one example. Okay, here we have a mother, father, and son. When you are when you ask mother and father relationship, what is mother and father between the relationship? Wife and husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the relationship between father and son? Son. For the same, here also we have mother and son relationship is son. Why we are maintaining these relationships?
Yeah, okay.
Those are standard.
Okay, no, don't compare with that. Okay, my question is actually Mara, Mars, these are all tables, right? So, my question is, so there are different entities, I know, but the thing is,
Standard entities, okay. Those are standard entities, standard relationships. We
but
are
actually,
following. We are following to create our custom data model using the standard functionalities.
okay, I have one more question. If I want to add the one field in the data model, okay, how to maintain the relationship for single field, not for the entity?
Yeah, fine. I'll show you where we need to add that one.
Okay.
See, I like to add a few, 1 or 2 points here. So normally, if you see this cardinality, right? Cardinality only happens if you see Mara is a master data. Okay, it is the first table is created based on material, and MARC and MARD and all other table related to material where material is in place, it will be its subordinates, maybe child, and Mara is a parent data. So due to that thing, this cardinality needs to be maintained. Okay, means if we are sure regarding the cardinality that Mara table will always have one record and MARD and MARC will have multiple record for that particular material because there are plants and storage location. So that's why this 1 to n has been maintained. And it also help us to increase the performance. Okay, during display of the data or maybe loading from one system to another. So cardinality helps in that. But we need to be sure on that. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Here you can see how we are going to maintain the relationship now.
And here, you said, I have one question, right? How to differentiate flex and reuse? Where you mentioned, I don't see. You said that I'll explain in the one explanation.
Plexi is, here you can see, Plexi is finance model. Okay, and either you are going to use this Plexi mode is 0G data model. Reuse model is BP and MM materials.
For example, if I want to create some flex model, how to differentiate? For example, if I want to create a custom data model.
Same
Okay, as a
only,
flex.
same way. Which table to which table do you want to create your own
No,
data?
I have the custom table. I have the, for example, I have the custom tables. Everything is custom. I want to create new data model. I want to make it a flex. How do you do that?
Same process. There will be no.
This is you are explaining only entity type relationship, right? Where you maintain flex and reuse.
In entity types, you cannot really maintain that where you are going to.
You
create.
said right when initially I asked the question, right? You said I'll explain when you're creating data entity
You
types
can
and
create any one flex data model If you face any issues, that time I will come to me. I will explain you.
See
how to-
here, active area nothing but if it is empty, that means it is a flex data model. If it is BPMM, we have to maintain the active area, that thing, but it is a reused data model. That is the difference.
We already explained to you, right? What is the active area? What is
that is not a this one. Okay, you are maintaining the field is a column. Active area here you have that column, right? If you maintain, that is called as reuse. If you don't maintain, that is also reflex.
okay, fine. We'll see here now how to maintain relationships. In these relationships, here you can see in the Vicaris table I have added two currency and qualifying tables here. In last, don't take it this two. In first three here, first two you can see here we have. Let me go back to Excel. Here you can see in this Mara table, I have maintained these two entities. Here you can see this is the Mara. This is the from entity. From entity is Mara. It is root dependent. And here you can see Mard and Marsis both are dependent entities. This is the root and this is the dependent entities. And qualifying entity, as I told, we maintained Vicaris, that is plant. In the plant also, here you can see I maintained from entity as Vicaris, plant, and two entity Mara and Mart. And last one, referencing. In referencing entity, here you can see Vicaris, I maintained Marcy. Go back to Excel here. You can see leading entity, I maintained two, Mara and Marcy. Mara in root entities Mara and dependent entities Marcy and Mart. And qualifying plant, I maintained two relationships here, Mard and Marcy. And referencing, I maintained plant and Marcy. And you can see here for these cardinalities also. For these cardinalities, here you can see for leading entity and qualifying entities, I maintained 1:n, and referencing, I maintained cardinality between 0 to n ratio. For this way, we are going to maintain a relationships in the systems. When you maintain these relationships, then system won't give you any error messages. How to check this data model is active or not? I'll show you that one also. If there is any errors in your customized data model, then system it will not allow you to activate it. Okay, you can select your data model. Here you have an option to activate. You can click on activate it. Okay, once activation is done, scroll towards right. Here you can see activate version. When the version is same, that time your data model is active position. And also you can see the drop down. Here none also is there. None means it is not activated. Different. If the activity already done and also you have done some changes in your customized data model, that time it will change the status to different. When it is in different, you can click on activate. Okay, system will allow you to activate the data model. Okay, as of now we have completed our data model creation. Now we'll go and work on chain request. How we are going to create a chain request? Either you are going to copy as you can use, most of the times you can use copy standard functionalities and customize it as per your requirement. Okay, is there any questions here in the data model?
Can you explain if I want to add the new custom field? So how to maintain? Can you explain?
How to maintain custom fields?
In custom one field I want to add it for existing.
Okay, fine. Here you can see in this ZDM data model we customize, right? You know already. We customize this. In entities, go to entity types, and where do you want to add? Either do you want to add entity type 1, type 2, or type 3. Okay, you can choose this entity type. Okay, for example, I'm taking Marcy, or else I'll take Mara. Okay, I'm taking Mara here. Click on attributes. Okay, do you want to add any additional field? Okay, in this Mara field, do you want to add XYZ field? Okay, click on new entities, new entries. Here you can maintain XYZ field. XYZ field. Okay, XYZ field, and give data element, save the data. Once you have done the data, once you have done the changes, from where you need to check, how you are going to check, that one also I will show you. I'm not saving this. You can add it here and save the data. Go back again, go back. In this, select this customized data model, and here you can see, click on visualize data model. Click on this data model. Here you can expand all the fields. Okay, here also you can expand it. Here you can see all the fields, whatever you have added under entity types. You can
where you maintain relationship, you are not explain.
Relationships, here you can see field type. Field type,
No,
here you can see.
Can you add one
type
field?
And
can you add one field and show me so that I want to understand?
okay, I'll copy this material type.
Okay.
I'm copying here. Okay, I'm going to click on attributes, entity types, going to select Mara, click on attributes. Here, click on new entries, give attribute name here, give data element here, click on enter, save the data. Okay, once you're done, go back again, go back here. Now you can see the status of this. It is active. Okay, select this ZDM data model, click on visualization, click on visualization, where we added in the Mara table, right? Here, material type, here you can see it is added here. Before it was not there, now it is added.
Okay, but relationship is not required.
Relationship is not required to add additional fields.
Sorry?
It is not required. That is not follow. Okay, when you need to maintain relationship here is when you are creating any new entity types. If the entity type already exists in your system, okay, that time you need to maintain a relationships. To maintain additional key fields, it is not needed.
So here we have also created works underscore D, right? As an
works underscore D.
D.
In this
So it
works
should be
underscore
also
D,
a check, right?
what it is?
No, if you see in the entity relationship, there you have also created this as a separate data element, right? Included this works underscore D.
Works underscore D, here I am getting an issue with standard table. Someone made some changes, then system it is not allowing. I'll show you.
Can you just drill down here the ZMARC?
G.
Can you go to previous screen?
Okay.
Yeah, ZMARC. Yeah, last one.
What you need to do here again?
No, I thought this should be also works underscore D should be also a tick here. I thought.
Yes, it is there. Okay, it is there. Here you can see it. It is a qualifying entity. Here you can see. Here you can see, as I discussed, key attribute in my Excel sheet. Go back to here. Here you can see what is the key attribute here. Material number is the key attribute in these three tables.
But where in the system I can see that
it is checked. Before I'm explaining, you are raising the questions. How should I? Here you can see why
no. Here it is. I can see over here, but when in the system where you that put that leading entity type.
Here you can listen, boss. Where it is a key attribute between the three types of entities. System system automatically it will activate the status. You no need to specify anything. It is not required to specify anything where I am going to maintain key attribute as material number. It is not required. System by default it will activate the status field. I have not specified anywhere. Material number is the key attribute in when I'm creating the custom data model. Clear now?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Data model we have completed. In last class, I think I remember in first class someone asked me what is the updated version in MDG system. Okay. Here yesterday I checked in SAP Launchpad. Here you can see here we have a updated version is available. One is 9.2 is the updated version. How to check it is go to sap.com. Here you can search SAP Master Data Governance. Data. You can search Master Data Governance. Here you can see Master Data Governance 9.2 version. Do you want to check previous versions? Scroll down here. Here you can see when it was started 6.1. Master Data Governance was started version 6.1, and after that they released 7, 8, 9, 9.1, and now we are in 9.2. Okay, this is the updated version for Master Data Governance.
Okay, this is the ECC version, ECC related MDG versions. How can I check the S4 versions?
S4 version, scroll down here. You can see the installation guide. S4 version now I think 2.0.
No, sir. 2021. Present we have 2022 HANA level. HANA version will follow.
Okay. I might be, I haven't seen that. Okay, in system level, in SAP, how you are going to check which version you are going to, which version you are using. Here you can see, go to SAP, click on system, click on status. Here you can see data, SAP system data, product version. Click on details. Here, how to identify which is your version? Anyone have any idea?
MDG underscore F. MDG
Foundation.
Foundation.
MDG Finance, MDG Master Data Foundation. Here you can see. Now I am using 807 version. Okay. This is a test server. You don't think why we are not using 9.0 version. Okay, it is the test server I am using here.
You said you are using S4 version, right?
S4 version, yes. Here you can see boss, S4 HANA MDG Foundation.
807, it's not a version, it's a release, component release.
It is a release, yes. It is under 8 version. Here you can see it will come under 8 version.
Can you go to business functions? You can find it.
So actually,
you can check later. Now I don't want to spend more time on these versions. If someone
actually,
raised that the reason I explained how to check this one. This is not under my topic. You can check later.
Just I have one question. So see, directly you started the data model concept, right? So after basis install the system, all these data models directly activated, or else as a functional consultant, we need to activate any business functions.
Okay, when you are working in first time, I meant to say first time you are installing SAP MDG system. Okay, that time you need to download all the models. You need to download all the models, like here. Let me show you. /MDG. Okay. When you are using the first time, here you don't find any models here. It will give you the blank page here. Okay, how you need to install in your system, how MDG you need to set up. Okay, that I will show you now. Okay.
Yes, please.
Here, go back to SAP. Here you can see you need to follow SAP guide. Okay, when you are working in first time, you don't know, even I don't know. I will also follow the SAP guide. From where you can get the installation steps and configuration steps, I will show you now. Now here you can see, now I am in help portal, SAP help portal. Scroll down. Here you can see, first what you need to do here is, you need to download this installation guide and you need to ask your basis team to install your SAP Master Data Governance system. Once you have done the installation process, then security team, they will create a access to your MDG system. Either you are working finance module, or either you are working PP, or either you are working as a material consultant. Okay, they will give you the security access. Once you have done, you are working as a consultant, either functional consultant. Here you can see we have a configuration guide also available. View all. In this configuration view, here you can see we have consolidation, mass processing, master data governance, and suppliers, customers, materials, governance for financials, and also custom objects, FI contact accounts. Okay, let me go to one module. I will show you one. Don't ask me again. Show me all. Okay, here you can see governance business partner. Open this. Open this. Okay, here you can see master data governance for business partner. Master data governance for business partner enables you to monitor and control the create, edit, and deletion of business partner master data. This we know already. What is the use of business partner? Okay, and do you wanted to configure this business partner in your system? Here, as I told you before, we have two options. End users will log into using URL, that is transaction code called is NWBC. And as a functional consultant, where you need to log in and how you need to set up your master data. Here you can see configuration in SOA Manager MDG NW 7.53 or higher. Click on this. Here you need to follow these notes. One minute. Yeah. Configure master data governance, activate business partner. Yeah. Here you can see in this activation of business partner BP data model. Here, when you are activating business partner BPU_1 function, the system activation activates the BP data model. This is the program. Don't confuse. This is the program. It is a standard SAP program MDG_BUPA_1. How this program you need to activate it? Here only you can see before continuing system configuration, open transaction code SFW5 and check if the activation has been completed by choosing the go to switch from switch frameworks logs and selecting corresponding entities and double click. Okay, let me show you one. Now I'm going SFW5 / SFW5. All the functional modules are activated. Don't activate again in this system. Okay, if any functionality it is not activated, then you can activate it. It will take 1 minute time. Okay, here also you can see it is giving this security information. Careful, only reversible business function cannot be deactivated. For this reason, activate only required business functions. In case of doubt, read the corresponding document. Read the corresponding document. Click on continue. Here you don't find right where it is standard data model. Okay, let me give you how to find that one. Okay, in this search item, okay, or else directly you can use Control F, and from here I have copied this table MDG_BUPA_1. Give this table name here, enter. It is here. Here you can see it is already activated. Will remain activated. Business functions will remain activated. Those functions already activated. You no need to activate from this system now. If the function is not activated, you can select the function and here you can see activate changes. Once you activate these changes, then what it will happen in the MDG screen, you are able to see the business partner data model. Business partner model. Okay, once you've done this activation, then go back, go to MDG IMG screen, and here you can see this central governance for business partner. This module, it will appear once you activate it from there. Okay. Now, when you are activating the first time, how the standard data models or how the standard chain requests you need to import. Okay, let me show you one. That one also.
Is it enough that program or table you're saying? Is
Yes,
it
it's enough.
Who
No,
said?
there
This is
is
wrong.
a specific.
This is wrong. Because you are activating only business foundation. What about customer or vendor?
That is, I told you in the past, I'm going to show you only one module, not for all the modules. Okay,
BP and
its
customer
business
both are-
partner is completed. I told you it is business partner model is activated now. Do you wanted to activate any other functionals? For the same way, you need to copy the program and you need to activate it.
It's not a program, right? Application, right?
It is a MDG activation function, business function.
What is your version here in this system?
8.
But you are showing the 7 version bound function, right?
You can. Okay.
You shown me the 7th one, but actually your application is 8. You said it is activated.
Wait for some time. I'll show you. Don't worry. How we need to install one version. First, you need to install 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this, all the versions you need to install step by step. You cannot install it directly. 9th version. Okay. Here.
Okay, I understand. No. You are saying only 7, right? Where are other ones?
Other ones also. Go to SAP portal. Go back here. Go to other configuration steps. Which one do you want to show? No, you can ask me. I'll show you.
My question is, you are saying that your version is 8. So you have to activate the business function 8, right? Whereas you shown me the only 7th one.
I will show you that one also. I will show you. Don't worry. Okay. Where you can see that I will show you in later classes. Okay. All the versions when you are going to configure business partner. Okay. In this business partner, go to W5. Other version here not able to see now. I will show you where we can find that one in tomorrow class. Maybe I will show you. Somewhere we can see here. You can see this is the release. This is the release. Here you can see the release 637. Like this, we need to search.
Can you scroll down? Maybe somewhere we can see.
Sorry.
Can you scroll down? Maybe somewhere.
No, it is not there. It is not.
No, okay. Can you scroll down?
The reason I'm not able to show you here. Here only I have option to scroll right and left. Here is the release versions. Here you can see the release versions which is available. Here you can see, right, this is the field release. Here you can identify which release it is. In this BUPA I can see it is there 748. This is the standard table. Okay, when you are going to activate business function, here it is coming. Here you can see now it is coming. Here you can see BUPA 9. BUPA 9 it is 807. Hope you clear now. BUPA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 9 versions we already installed we already activated in this system. When it is activated, here you can see 2020, 21, 22.
What is the HD here? BUPA HD.
That I don't know. You can search in Google. This is the standard functions. It is the HD is 749 release version. Those are standard. Okay. If you ask me what is the BUPA, business partner accounting, I can give you some name.
No, I'm not asking the silly questions. Just I'm
Yeah.
asking the reason. Hey, what is the HD? Just I'm asking. It's not like BUPA.
I don't know. You can search in Google.
Yeah, if you don't know, just search. Okay.
Okay. You clear now? You clear?
If you activate all these, data model will come.
Yeah. Once you activate any business function, not only BP, okay, you go with
but
finance.
Actually,
okay.
BP will be used for customer vendor also, right? Where they will come? Because in the data model, we have the customer fields and vendor fields also, right? If you acted only business, but how they will come?
For that also you need to configure, you need to activate customer and supplier business functions. Here you can see master data for governance. Open master data for supplier. Go to configurations for supplier. Here go to activation of business partner. Here you can see what is the business function for supplier. For this supplier you need to activate using this same transaction code. And for business partner customer master data also there will be one more standard configuration function, and that one also I'll show you just for your clarification. Okay, this is for customer. Configure activation. This is your standard business function for BP customer master data. Same transaction code you are going to use. Okay, you can follow these steps. You can easily configure. It is not a difficult. Only it is one-time process. When you are installing MDG system first time, that time only you need to activate your business functions. Once you have activated, then you can proceed and you can perform the customizations. Now we have created one data model. In next classes, we are going to create chain requests, and next classes we are going to work on BRF plus rules. Okay, same configurations you can follow after that. Once you activated all the once you activated business functions as per your business requirement.
See, are you going to cover the required configurations for BP data model? I mean, to the CY integration, customer vendor integration configurations, all those concepts are going to cover?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. If possible, can you please share the course content? What are the topics?
Content we already shared. From here you can see. here you can see in course curriculum, you can see all the topics which we are going to cover. In module 1, what we are going to cover. In module 1, we have already covered benefits and MDG functionalities and MDG introduction. And module 2, we have created data model, and we need to work with data workflows. This is, I'll tell you once we create change request. After that, I will show you how we are going to create a workflows. How we are going to create a BRF plus tools. In workflows, I will complete it today itself. How we are going to, what is the workflow, what is the business process, and how we are going to create it. Okay, and in next, you can go through this. I don't want to spend again this time. Okay, how we are going to maintain.
Yeah, I will go through it. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Now, hope you got the clarity now how we are going to activate MDG system first time. Okay, and here I'm giving you one link. Okay, you can go through this link and read all the entity types, for standard functionalities. What is the what is the type of, what is type 1 entity, what is type 2 entity, what is type 3 entity, and what is type 4 entity. Then you may easily understand more. Okay, next topic, I'm going to discuss about process modeling. If anyone have any idea what is process modeling, what is the process, what is the process, what you mean by process?
Approval process.
Modeling. Here, give you one example. You have a requirement to create, either you wanted to create BP master, or you wanted to create material master, and either you wanted to create a finance objects. Okay, what is the process steps here? What is the process? What is the business activities here?
Either we may create or change or display. This is the process, right?
Exactly. Create, change, display, load data, mark change, delete. There will be some additional also. Okay, I'm giving you this as example. Process modeling. This is process modeling, and it is business functions. In these business functions, okay, before going to create in this business function, here in MDG system there will be some process. Okay, process. This is the activities, and in MDG we have a process. What is the process here? You need to create a change request, or you need to choose a change request. Either you are going to choose standard change request, or either you are going to use your own customized change request. That is up to your business requirement. Okay, then in this process, once you have created this change request, then what it will happen? It will trigger a workflow governance. Either it will go for your finance object owner. Now we are discussing these three objects, right? These three objects, either it will go for each and every owners. Now you are working in BP partner, it will go for BP master data owner. Master data owner. Or you are working in MM, it will go for MM owner and F5 owner. Now this is the process model. Entire this system we can call it as a process modeling. In MDG we have a different process and business activities. Either we are going to perform this one of the activity. Okay, here we have two types of process modelings. Two types of process modelings. Two types of process modelings. Okay. One is sequential process. Process modeling. One is sequential process. Sequential process. Another one is parallel process. Another one is parallel process. If anyone have any idea what about these two processes, you can tell me if you have. Okay, not an issue. I will explain to you here. Here in the first class, we already discussed how the process will work. Here, requester will create a change request. Then it will either do you wanted to implement one more step there to review and finalize the process steps. After that, CR it will trigger to approver. Here you can see what is sequential process. Each step depending on previous actions. That is sequential process. Okay. Here, let me give you here requester, reviewer, and here it is approver. Here sequential process, it is a one by one approach. Once requester submit the chain request, then where it will go? It will go for reviewer. It will go for reviewer. Then once reviewer reviews and submit his either he submit or finalize the process, then where it will go? It will go for approver. This one by one step approach called sequential process. One by one step, one by one approach. Okay, and coming to this parallel process. Parallel process. Here you can see for one action, two different activities performed parallelly for single action. Okay, I'll give you one example here. Okay, here you can see requester. Little down. Requester submit the change request, and here parallel action, right? Here let me take example as FI consultants or MM consultant. Okay, here FI consultant and MI consultant, and we have a last step, approval. Here you can see here one of the end user has submitted the change request. Okay, either FI consultant or MM consultant, they will submit the change request. Once FI consultant submit the change request, later parallelly MM consultants they need to submit the change request. Once both the consultants they have done the parallel submission, then only it will go to approval. Okay, here you can clearly understand here workflow will trigger to FI and MM, either one of the consultant. They will process the change request. This is called as parallel process. This is the process modeling. Okay, here also okay, here also this is the business activities, and this is the MDG process steps. MDG process steps. This is MDG process steps, and it is for business activities. Is there any questions you can ask me in the process modeling? Now we'll go and create a change request. Any questions here? Two process modelings, sequential process and parallel process. Okay, thank you. If there is no questions, I'll proceed for next. Okay, now we'll create a change request. Okay, before going to create a change request, I will show you any one example. Okay, how we are going to design, how we are going to create any master data, either material master or either PP partner or either FI objects. Okay, how end user will log in? How end user will log into system? If someone tell me how end user will log in.
NWBC, right? Network transaction.
Yes. NWBC. Once you enter NWBC here, once you enter NWBC transaction code here, it will go to URL. Click on allow. it will go to URL. Sometimes it will take automatically, no need to give any user ID and passwords. Here it is asking for user ID and password. Let me enter. Hope you guys already received MDG system access. You guys are received or not? Okay, here you can see in this cockpit we have different functions also there. Now here we are going to execute NWDC transaction code. And here you can see here we have different tabs are there. You can scroll to left. Here you can see contract accounting, finance coordinating, finance consolidation, finance controlling governance, financial accounting governance, and supplier governance, lien request, and also we have flight data model. Like this, we have different modules are available. Now, where you will see the chain request, where you are going to find the chain request, from where you are going to use the chain request. Here you can see now I'm in material governance. Here you can either you can go with search material or either you can go with create material. Now I am going with search material. In this search material, okay, here you can see this is the creation tab. Oh, sorry, this is the search tab. Do you wanted to search existing material data? Okay, you can search. Now I'm giving only 10. If it is 100, it will take time. I changed the number. You can click on search. Okay, and down, scroll down. Here you can see all the material master data has been displayed. Okay, now we have a concept. Now we are discussing about chain request. From where you are going to use that chain request to create or perform any business activity. Here you can see click on new, click on new. New means it will allow you to create business activity. Okay, here you can see by default system is automatically generated chain request. Okay, we have not given any chain request number here. Now, how to find chain request here? Click on right click, go for technical help, scroll down. Access a load. This is the user configuration, Windows and system. area box. Measurements. Yes. Yeah, here you can see review property ID. It is within this screen. If we are not able to find, we have another option to check the interfaces. Sorry, chain request. I will show you in different ways.
Then go back to web info application check.
Here generally it will give you how to choose the chain request. It is not giving. Let me go for edit. Here it is not giving. I'll show you in different places. Either I'll go you the standard.
Here I have one question. Okay.
Yeah.
See, while creating when we are performing changes, the change request get generated automatically, right? Here the number ending starting with 500, right? Here.
Yes.
Where we configure this the change request number starting.
We no need to configure that. SAP system already predefined all the change request numbers. Okay.
No. How the system knows the CR number begins with 500, something like somewhere we need to maintain.
When
right?
you are starting, it is a test server. Multiple users are used, and they have created multiple chain requests. Okay, when you are using the first time MDG system, it will give you the chain request from starting number 1 to continuous chain request numbers. General settings, go to process modeling. Here you can see create chain requests, and here you can see the chain requests. Here we can see those chain request numbers. There are many standard. Here you can see this is VOG. It is standard CR type provided by SAP. And do you wanted to check any other master data? Let me go for material. It is for material master data standard chain request. Okay, this is the chain request number. Do you want to see all the activities? Select this one and click on business activities. Here you can see using this MET1 chain request, it is a material create material activity. And like this, for this chain request, we are going to use to create a material master. Okay, now we'll see how we are going to create a chain request. Either you can create using new entries, or either you can create copy option. I'll suggest go with copy option. From there you won't miss any activities. Okay, if you go with new entries, somewhere maybe challenge you miss something. Okay, now I'm going to use this material chain request. Click on copy as, and here you need to give your material number. Okay, here I'm going to give my material number ZMAT 0, 1, and here I'm going to give here description. I'm not going to change. I'm going to save now. Means copy. Here you can see once you can hit and copy, it will give you the copy all. Here number of dependency entries copied are 5. Click on OK. Once you save this chain request, then click on select this chain request type, then go to business activities. Here you can see here in this business activity how you are going to find when you are creating which is your specific chain request activity. From there business activity will not appear. From when you are creating the material master data description, when you are performing manually creating the business master data, from there it will give you only for description. There will be lot of in this test server there will be lot of chain request has been already created. Now to identify your chain request you can give any chain request name here. Back and again I'll okay. We go back here and come here. Here, okay, here I cannot update it. Go back here, go back here. As we discussed in business activities, here you are going to create your business activity. Click on create business activity. Here what is the chain request from there which we saw there? It is jet MDG 1, right? Click on this, scroll to right, scroll to right. Here you can see this is the log action. It is create. Do you want to change description? You can change your description here. Let me create one business activity for TCS. Okay, then you can easily understand. Okay, click on new entries. Here I'm going to use same name ZMA T01. It is only allowing only for 4 characters. Then we'll go MA01. It is for create material for TCS, and here you can see business object type. Business object type, use F4 and see here type material, which can see this customer material.
You can use such functionality, right?
Yeah, we can use. Okay, material and log action. Here log action I'm going to give create, hit enter again, and it is not coming the description here. Okay. EMM, hit enter. enter again. Now you can see the description has been appearing here. Okay, now click on save the data. Save it. MA01 we created. Now how we are going to assign this business activity to our chain request? Go back here, go back one step again, go to chain request, create chain request, and search your chain request. We have created ZMAT01. Hit enter, and here you can see search enter and click on business activities. Either do you wanted to use the standard business function, you can business activity, you can use choose the same one, or you can click on new entries, and here in this business activity we have created one, right? MA01, create material for TCS. Select this business activity, enter, save the data. Now chain request business, okay, not an issue, you can save. Okay, once you have done the changes, save. Once you have saved the chain request, then how you are going to find this chain request in your master data? Let me see this error. Chain request ZMDG specific only business activity. Okay, only it is only specific for business activity. Fine, you can ignore it. You can use the standard one. Okay, now how you are going to find this business activity while creating the material master data? We'll see now. In the chain request in WBC, I'm not able to find. Let me see in UI apps. This is the transaction code for to launch query launchpad. It is UI2 means it is UI interface. Either you can use search option, either here you can see there are different tabs are available. Like this, you can choose your required object. Master data products. Business partners. Master data administration, get material, and let me search. Here you can open this channel. Yeah, here I'm not able to find create material. Okay, here I don't see this app is available. Master, it is. Okay, let me go with any other object. Let me go for general ledger. Go for manage general ledger master data. Here, click on create. Here it is going directly without selecting any chain request. I don't understand how it is going without selecting chain request. Even I'm not able to find that chain request here. Let me check any other option, any other apps. Go for profit center. Create. Yeah, like this it needs to be appear. Why it is not appearing in other options, I don't understand. Okay, here you can see this is the chain request type. When you are creating the new master data, system will give you the option to display select chain request like this. Okay, from here you can see the chain request is type and description is appearing, and sometimes okay it will appear only for description. To in test server there will be multiple chain requests has been created someone. Okay, and without chain request type, if the chain request type is not visible here, how you wanted to identify your, how do you identify your chain request description? There will be, when you follow the same description type, from there you will get a confusion. When you will get a confusion, or end user will get a confusion which chain request type to do. Either he or he needs to be created. To avoid such kind of confusions, here you can give description. In the description you can specify any certain names like chain request for TCS, chain request for GL master data, etc. etc. You can give as per your business requirement. Now, is there any questions to create chain request? Before going to create one chain request here, you can ask me, is there any questions do you have?
So you can demonstrate the creation of any business activity using our custom CR type. It would be more useful for me to understand.
Same way only, right? I done the.
No, just you are creating, just you are maintaining one CR type and you are maintaining this business activity. But how it?
Okay, do you wanted to show me the
creation of the material using the same CR type. So why? Because you are using the as the data model for the CR type.
Okay, okay, got it. Let me create. Let me go for one business. Now I can see that profit center. From there I'm able to display that chain request, right? I'll use same profit center change request. I'll create one customizing. Let me go for profit center. Profit center PTCR. Here I'm not able to find. Let me check again in UI apps. Click on new. What is the chain request here? PCT1. PCT1. Here, PCT1. Here you can see this is the standard CR types. I'm going to use this standard CR type. I'm copying. Here I'm going to give CR name as ZPCT1, and here I'm going to use edition type standard one only. How to create edition type I will show you later. Don't confuse now. Edition we have not discussed as of now. Edition what it will control here is okay, start date and end date. Okay, and here I'm going to give text as TCS, hit enter. I'm going to copy all, 2 entries copied. Okay, now I'm going to save the changes. Okay, here I have created. Let me see the business activities. Select first and click on business activities. Here I can see create profit center. Okay, let me go back, cancel, refresh this page again. Create new, search chain request. Here you can see it is our customized chain request, which I used to create profit center TCS. Select this chain request, click on OK. Go for description. Here you can see chain request. System by default it is generated. I have not given this field also not allow you to create give any specific chain request. Okay, here in this general data, here you can see this is the tab for chain request. In this tab, here we have a mandatory field for description. Specify your description here. Create PC for more TCS. I am giving this chain description here. Scroll down. Here you can see we have a mandatory field for controlling area and profit center name. As of now, we have not specified any controlling area. Let's take any available controlling area in SAP system. Now I'm going to take controlling area 0001. Okay, and I'm going to give profit center name TCS 00123 we already created. Let me give 567 and I'm going to give name as testing profit center. Person responsible you can give as per your business requirement when you are working in real time. Okay, then scroll down and see either is there any additional fields. Okay, do you want to log this profit center? You can select and lock it. Do you want to give any address information related to this profit center? You can specify here. You can specify here. Scroll down and here you can see the company code assignments. Okay, for generally how it will behave while creating the profit center. Okay, there is a dependency on controlling area. Where the controlling area assigned, let's assume that here we have for this standard controlling area we have 8 or 9, 8 company codes are assigned. Okay, system it is a SAP standard functionality, not in MDG. You can check in any S4 HANA systems or any ECC systems. While creating the profit center, system by default extend to all the company codes, which all are assigned to our controlling area. Okay, it is extended to all the company codes. Then click on submit. Click on submit. Here you can see chain request submitted successfully. Okay, without any errors, no errors found. Okay, what is our chain request here? 587. Now tell me where this data will sit, where we can check the data.
In the backend staging tables, right?
Exactly, correct. Okay, before going to check the staging table, I will explain few other options here. Okay, we have submitted our chain request here, right? Now, do you wanted to check the process flow, meant to say workflow? Click on workflow log. Here you can see for this chain request, we have not assigned any workflow logs or any workflows. Once we create any BR plus rules or business flows, we can, as of now we have not created, right? We have not created any BR plus rules and workflows here. Here you can see system consider standard workflow and it is triggered under processor SAP underscore WRFT. Here you can see the processor. He was the processor. You can search. You can click on the processor and you can see other details here. Okay, this is the processor steps. And do you want to check any additional way using this chain request? In SAP, we have another option called display chain request. Either you can check within the profit center. Okay, here you can search display chain request. Here you can see display chain request monitoring. Open this app and give chain request number and click on execute. Here you can see this is the chain request and who submitted and when it was submitted. Here you can see for this chain request edition selected 2091-1. How create edition I will show you in next class. Okay, in the status you can see the status of this chain request, changes to be executed and changed on as an today's date. Okay, changed on system will consider on your PC date. Okay, and who has changed, who has done this one? Here you can see this is the user ID, which user it is created for this chain request. And here you can see the type chain request type. We used to select create profit center for TCS. Hope you clear now in this part.
Yeah, I have one doubt about the status. How the system knows, see, once you submit the change request, the status as set as the changes to be executed, right?
Yes.
where we configure the change request status.
We are not going to configure this change request steps. Okay, SAP already configured those change request numbers and status messages. Okay, we don't need to configure again here.
See, this is the copy, right? This is the custom CR type. Okay. For the requester, the status is changes to be executed. But once the reviewer reviews and either he approves or reject, what is the next status? That is the same, or somewhere we need to configure?
It will change. Let me open any completed ones. I will show you.
Okay. For the based on the steps, the status should be changed, right?
Yes.
But where we can maintain those status.
You no need to maintain, as I told. Okay, the system already maintained. Okay, let me open any one completed standard and I'm going to give from number and to number. Let me show you. Okay. And also I need finalized process. Here you can see all are create. Here you can see the status is final check approved. Okay, let me go through this final check approved status. Open this chain request. Here, go to workflow log first. Here, go to background steps. Here you can see the initial. See the chain request one was submitted here. Then chain request it is triggered to data experts. Send for he taken the decision. Send for revision. Later again chain requester submitted the chain requested to resubmitted. Here you can see the status is resubmitted. Then reviewer here you can see reviewer data expert is you mean to say you can select as reviewer or sometimes end users are going to finalize the process. Okay, here you can see here WST is the reviewer, data expert is the SAP WFRT is the requester, data expert is the reviewer, and here data approver. Here it is the data owner. Okay, requester submitted and reviewer he send it back to again requester. Then requester resubmitted. Then here you can see reviewer finalize the process. Then it's triggered to approver steps. In approver, the chain request is approved. This is completed. This is the steps we are going to use. Those
but somewhere we have to maintain, right, the change request status and change request steps. Otherwise, how the system moves?
Sometimes I didn't understand. Repeat again.
Somewhere in the configuration we have to maintain. This is the first step. As the first steps, requester has to submit. The second step is the reviewer. So somewhere we need to inform to the system, right?
That we are going to discuss under business rules, business BRF plus rules. In the BRF plus rules, we are going to discuss do you wanted to implement any new steps in this workflow process? Okay, let me take one example. I understand your question. Okay, here ignore standard process. If your business is required one new workflow process. It is one new workflow process. Say, let me take requester. Let me give you standard and I'll give you the customized also. Let me take reviewer. approver. This is the standard workflow. Now whatever we are seeing now, your business is required to add one more additional step here. Custom. Here your business wanted to add additional steps here. Requester and here you can give me any two roles like
reviewer 1 and reviewer 2 you can mention.
Reviewer reviewer 1 and I'm going to use reviewer 2 and final steps needs to be go for approver. This is your new requirement. From where we are going to configure this one, I will explain you when we are working on business rules and business rules plus configurations. In next class, I am going to discuss about the same topic. Okay, it will take more than 2 classes. Okay, please join. Don't miss that classes. If you miss, then you cannot understand complete process of MDG.
Okay.
Are you clear now?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Is there any questions about change request creation? Now, let me show you where this change request will, where we can see this change request in the MDG system. If anyone want to write, you can write a transaction code SC16, execute SC16. There is one standard table. Here we have change request standard table USMD 120C. Click on table contents. Here you can give your chain request type. Let me change this technical names. Name is services. Did not come right. Here, what is our chain request we have created? Let me go back again. Theory. Go back here. Go back one step. Go to profit center. Manage profit center.
Search with your ID. ILS.
It will come here. This is our customized chain request. Use F4. Search with search option. Enter ID. Select this. And click on execute. Here you can see we have created this chain request. This is our chain request ID and addition and text, chain request text. Okay, and scroll towards right and explore the other options as well. Here you can see created by. Is there any changes happened? It will change on, and here you can see the user ID. This is the user ID which I'm using now, and you can see released by and release date. And sometimes it will give you the time also here. Here only you can see the release date time. It will show you the release time here. Like this. This way we are going to identify our change requests in our SAP system. You can make a note this table name somewhere. Okay, it may be useful when you are working in your real-time systems, real-time projects. I'm giving you here. Play in request submitted chain request. Let's say to display submitted chain request transaction code SC16 and table name here is USMD 126. You guys are understand, right? How to display the chain request. Is there any questions you can ask me? Chain request, and also till we have another 9 minutes, we'll remember those transaction codes which we used in last 3 classes. If someone tell me what is the transaction code for creating the asset class, activate class. What is the T code for to activate class?
For the class builder SC24, right?
Sorry?
Class builder SC24.
Correct. SC24. Activate class. Transaction code SC24. What is the transaction code to check staging tables? Staging tables.
SC38, and we can execute the program to see the generated tables, right?
SC38, correct. SC38. Using SC38, we need to use program to
Yes.
check standard tables.
SC16.
No, standard staging tables. I mean, in SC11 we can see it, right?
SC11, SC16 also we can see, right?
There will be other programs also there. And as I told, to activate business functions, what is the T code? I shown you in the SAP Help portal. There will be one transaction code SFW5. SFW5. To activate business function BP, what is the business function? What is the business function there? MDG underscore boopad underscore 1. Where you can find all the business functions, you can go through with URL SAP help.sap.com. Help.com. You can, if someone check, okay, before going to activate any business functions, I'll suggest use this business URL and search how we are going to activate our business functions. Okay, from there, if you know already, if you know how to activate the business functions, you are the expert to activate all the functions. Till you can go and check. Why I'm telling you, if it is the updated version, SAP will give you the updated documentation as well. From there, if you face any difficulties to activate any business functions, that may be helpful to you. And from where end users will log in? Using NWBC transaction code. That is not needed for you. There will be few other tables also we discussed, right? Okay, fine. Okay, you can go through this document. If you have any doubts, okay, then you can easily understand how we have created this chain request and what is the installation process steps, and how we are going to activate business functions, and how we are going to see the predefined objects, and how we are going to activate UI services. UI services you are not going to activate. You can ask your basis team. They will ask you. They will help you to activate business services. There will be a transaction called SICF to activate business services. Okay. To activate business UI services. Transaction code SICF. Okay. Wait. UI services. Okay. Is there any questions you can ask me, or else we'll drop off for the day. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about business rules. I'm going to give you the brief introduction of business rules, and I'm going to discuss how to create business rules in SAP system. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.